Hey everybody, welcome back to the chassis variant series with myself, Critical Rocket. We're at the Arctic Wolf stage now. We've reached that level of grief. So the Arctic Wolf is an interesting little mech within MechWarrior Online because it was an interesting little design in the battletech tabletop setting. It was originally built as a standard battlemech by Clan Wolf in Exile, which is a whole lore thing I'd have to do for you, but the basics of it was there's a schism within Clan Wolf, and some Clan Wolf end up becoming Crusaders, and the remnants who don't stay Warden, and yeah, there's a split. That's Clan Wolf in Exile. But anyway, they create their own force, and they need to augment their forces, and one of the things they did was they began production on a new omnimech, and to test it out, they built a standard battlemech version of their new mech, the Arctic Wolf. And essentially the Arctic Wolf that we're looking at here is the ACW-1, although it's a bit weird. The designer was a bit confused on this one. I'm not sure if it's called the Arctic Wolf 1 or whether it's just referred to as the Arctic Wolf. But either way, this is the original variant that came with 6 SRM-6s, 2 SRM-4s, and a NARC beacon. It's incredibly powerful. But yeah, it was built originally as a kind of testbed for the missile components and for the omni-pods that were in development at the time to make sure that all of the systems were working correctly. And as such, the Arctic Wolf 1 was built to do one thing very, very well, which was run up and dump over 40 SRMs into a target before moving on to the next, whether that target was destroyed or just left a shambles after the fact. Highly effective, obviously highly dangerous to use in high heat conditions, and apparently more than one clan test pilot did have a tendency to fire all the missiles at once, which was something that a few of their pilots had to be dissuaded from doing so often. So yeah, in MechWarrior Online terms, this meant that the Arctic Wolf was actually split between 2 variants, with the omni-pod equipped omnimech version and the standard battlemech version. So you have to bear in mind, if you buy the 1 or the 2 variant, you're getting the battlemech version. If you buy the A or the P or the Prime variant, you're getting the omnimech version. And hats off to PGI for doing this. It was kind of cool to have that as a few options for players to find the best Arctic Wolf for them. So in MechLab terms, you've got 9 missile hardpoints to play with, which is ridiculously good. It's got nothing else though, no energy, no ballistic, so whatever build you come up with for the Arctic Wolf 1 is going to be ATM, SRM, Streak, LRM related. And honestly, I could see it working as some kind of LRM 5 spammer, ATM 3 spammer. Building a Streak version, I suppose, could work if you maybe just like dumped a load of Streak 2s on it with a shitload of ammo, maybe with a Beagle probe as well to cut through ECM. You could just harass a light mech to death, just holding down the trigger and chain fire, just boom, 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 boom. They'd melt so quickly in one-on-one. It would be very deadly for that. And the default build works, having 8 SRMs to fire, I think it's 6 of them are SRM-6s, yeah, and the 2 SRM-4s. It's extremely powerful and a very, very satisfying mech to use, to just get up close to something and just fire all those missiles and move on, because you can alpha strike all of them without overheating, but you will get that one shot, then you have to move out. You can't hang around afterwards. And ammo is definitely an issue. It's something you really, really want to work on. And getting those skills to increase your ammunition count is key. Another thing to look out for is friendlies who stand behind you when you're trying to do a peek and shoot. That's always fun, because when they do stand behind you, you can't get out of the friggin' way, and that happened to me like 2 times in this match. It was very annoying. That happens to me so often. There's other teammates just run straight up behind you. They don't go around the side of you or something in case you need to back up. No, they stand face right in the back of your mech. And you end up taking a load of hits, and of course they're looking at you like, "Oh, you're walking into me, bro," and they're like, "Because I want to get out of the fucking way." Oh god. But yeah, would I recommend the Arctic Wolf 1? Yes. Yes. It's so much fun. It's a great little 40 tonner. it's cathartic, really. It's just one of those mechs that if you just want to be able to do a lot of damage quickly to somebody, even if your match is over, if the round for you is over very, very soon after doing this, it's a lot of fun to just hit somebody knowing that you've done a significant chunk of damage to them in one go, possibly even one-shotted certain mechs if you get a lucky hit. And there's enough missile weaponry in the game now that you can come up with a nice blend if you wanted something that's a mix of one or two different missile systems instead of it being all one. And I really enjoy it, and I think you will too. I suppose the only things to keep in mind is that some of the missiles are arm mounted, so you know the actual height of your mech does dictate whether some of them will hit the ground or not at the time of firing. But other than that, once you get used to it, it's fairly fast and does a good amount of damage. And obviously this one being a battlemech, you can actually upgrade the engine or downgrade it depending on how you want to run your mech. So this is the end of the round, and I quite enjoyed it. Kill-stealed a couple of times, and I didn't do great damage, but I enjoyed the round, and I hope you did too. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good week, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!